Imagine this, you're sipping fresh coconut water, the sun setting over a pristine beach, and your monthly rent is less than your old phone bill. Sounds like a dream, right? That's my life now in the Philippines. But here's the thing. I could have chosen Thailand or Vietnam, two of the hottest expat destinations in Southeast Asia. So why didn't I? Why did I pick the Philippines over those incredible places? Stick around, because I'm about to break it all down in a way that might just change where you decide to move next. And trust me, there's one reason that shocked even me. We'll get to that at the end. Let me take you back. 3 years ago, I was stuck in a 9 to 5 grind, stressed out, and dreaming of a life with more freedom. I'd heard about Thailand's vibrant nightlife and Vietnam's affordable charm, but something kept pulling me toward the Philippines. Why? Well, it wasn't just the beaches, though wow, they're unreal. It was a gut feeling, a story I'll share later about a single moment that changed everything. I'll be honest, leaving everything behind was terrifying. But the Philippines gave me something Thailand and Vietnam couldn't. Let's break it down, starting with a big question. Why compare these three countries at all? Spoiler, it's not just about the money. Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines are the holy trinity of Southeast Asian expat destinations. They've got cheap living, incredible food, and warm weather. But they're not the same. Let's set the stage. Thailand, the seduction and the setbacks. Thailand's got it all, bustling Bangkok, chill Chiang Mai, and those famous full moon parties. Expats love it for the infrastructure and vibrant expat communities. Thailand seduces you instantly. The food, the smiles, the ease of living. I love Chiang Mai for its peaceful temples and digital nomad vibe. Bangkok was exciting, but something fell off. Beneath the smiles was a rigid hierarchy. The visa situation was complex, especially as I wasn't a digital nomad or retiree yet. The language barrier created a sense of distance. As a foreigner, I'd always be an outsider. Friendly, yes, but not one of them. Vietnam had the promise and the pace. Vietnam was vibrant and full of energy. Coffee shops, new buildings, ambition everywhere. The food? Incredible. Vietnam's booming. Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are modernizing fast, and the coffee culture? To die for. Plus, it's super affordable. But it was fast. Too fast. Motorbikes zipped past. People moved quickly. The language was impenetrable. I felt overwhelmed. Great for business. Great for youth. But I wasn't looking to hustle. I was looking to live. Arriving in the Philippines, unexpected warmth. Then there's the Philippines, 7,000 islands, friendly locals, and a vibe that's hard to describe. But what makes it stand out? Let's dive into the first big reason, affordability. The Philippines wasn't my first choice. But the moment I arrived, something shifted. People spoke English. They smiled with their whole face. They joked. They helped me with my bags. I didn't feel like a tourist. I felt like someone coming home. Even the chaos of Manila felt familiar, like a distant cousin you hadn't seen in years. The cost of living versus the cost of loneliness. 50. Yes, Thailand and Vietnam are cheap. But in the Philippines, even on a small budget, I found value in every moment. In Thailand, a decent one-bedroom in Chiang Mai costs about $400 to $600. In Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City runs $350 to $500. In the Philippines, I could rent a decent apartment for $250. Food? A meal at a local carinderia here is $1 to $2. Eat well for $5 a day. But more than that, I didn't feel lonely. Loneliness is the most expensive thing for an expat. And in the Philippines, I didn't have to buy companionship. It found me. Here's where the Philippines blows Thailand and Vietnam out of the water, English. The Philippines is the third largest English-speaking country in the world. Over 90% of Filipinos speak English fluently or conversationally. In Thailand, only about 27% of people speak basic English. In Vietnam, it's around 20%. For an expat, this is huge. I can negotiate rent, order food, or even joke with my neighbors without a translator app. Emotional hook. When I first arrived, I felt so alone. But being able to connect with locals in English made me feel at home instantly. That's something I didn't get when I visited Thailand or Vietnam. Culture and community. Filipino culture is like a warm hug. The people here are so welcoming, it's unreal. They call it Bayanihan, a spirit of community where everyone helps each other. I've been to expat meetups in Thailand. They're great, but often feel cliquey. In Vietnam, the expat scene is growing, but it's more fragmented. In the Philippines, locals and expats mix effortlessly. I was invited to a family barbecue my first week here. Now, some say Filipino culture is too westernized because of its colonial history, but I see it as a bridge. You get the warmth of Southeast Asia with a familiarity that makes settling in easier. One night, my motorbike broke down in a small town. A random family invited me into their home, fed me, and helped me fix it. That kind of hospitality, I never experienced it in Thailand or Vietnam. A tricycle driver invited me to his daughter's birthday. A vendor gave me mangoes when I was sick. A group of expats welcomed me like I was a lost brother. It wasn't about the cost of living. It was about feeling alive. Have you ever had a stranger help you out abroad? Share your story in the comments. Relationships in the Philippines move fast. There's a different rhythm, but there's also loyalty. I found myself embracing Filipino family culture. It's not always easy. Cultural misunderstandings happen, but there's forgiveness here. The shocking reason and lifestyle comparison. Here's the shocking reason I chose the Philippines, the islands. With over 7,000 to explore, you're never bored. Thailand has stunning beaches, sure, but they're often overcrowded. Vietnam's coast is beautiful, but the infrastructure for island hopping isn't as developed. In the Philippines, I can hop on a $5 ferry and be on a new island every weekend. Places like Siargao or Bohol feel like undiscovered gems. Thailand's great for nightlife and digital nomads, but it's busier. Vietnam's perfect for foodies and urban vibes, but it's less laid back. The Philippines? It's the sweet spot, affordable, English-friendly, and endlessly explorable. Stick around for my final thoughts and a surprise tip for aspiring expats. The moment I knew I'd stay, I was sitting by the beach in Dumaguete. A kid handed me a coconut. His grandfather asked about my life, and I said, I think I'm finally living it. That was it. Not a dramatic event, just peace. The challenge is, no place is perfect. Yes, there are blackouts. The internet can drop. Bureaucracy can make you want to tear your hair out. But there's a raw, unfiltered humanity here. People still smile at strangers. Kids still play outside. And even when you have nothing, somehow, you don't feel alone. This isn't just a place I moved to. It's the place where I changed. Bureaucracy is slow. Healthcare can be hit or miss. But I adjusted. I learned to laugh. I learned to plan ahead. Sometimes the imperfections make life more human, less sterile, more real. So why the Philippines? It's the affordability, the English, the culture, and those islands that stole my heart. Thailand and Vietnam are incredible, but the Philippines feels like home. Moving here was the scariest decision of my life, but it gave me freedom, community, and a life I never thought possible. If you're on the fence about moving abroad, take the leap. Here's my bonus tip. Start with a 30-day trial. Come to the Philippines, rent a cheap Airbnb, and test it out. You might just stay forever. Drop a comment. Where are you thinking of moving? Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, or somewhere else? Which country would you pick? Philippines, Thailand, or Vietnam? If this video spoke to you, if it made you think, dream, or even question your next move, then do me a favor. Subscribe for more real, unfiltered stories from life abroad. Like the video if you found value in this journey. Comment below, what country are you thinking of moving to? What's holding you back? And if you're already living abroad, I'd love to hear your story. Let's turn this channel into a global expat community, one story, one truth at a time. Wherever your path leads you, may you find your peace, just like I did.